Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I mean, I just wanted to tell that it is very subtle, but uh, every day, I mean, it's not that we have not met Srila Prabhupada. It is not like that. When we read Srila Prabhupada books, it's as if we have known him always. And yeah, it's not that we have never met him or anything. He's always with us. It's like that.
That's true. That's true. And when you say it, it makes sense because you got 99% in the Bhakti Shastri, and all your notes, all of us, it helped all of us to study. So thank you so much for that comment. So yeah, we are, while reading and hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures, the lectures explain the purports more more nicely, more logically, more analytically, because when he writes, there is some formality. The words, the thoughts are put in the words. Especially, I found this with the purport of Dharmasya hi apa vargyasya nartho narthaya kalpate. That verse itself is little enigmatic about the purpose of the life, and what is the I forget the translation, and the purport is also wonderful, but his lecture on that verse is it makes the purport more understandable, very, very logical and very nice. So while reading and hearing, we are associating with the topmost and the most confidential servant of Sri Krishna. And some of the details that Srila Prabhupada gives, I forget who was saying that. So he was telling that even the acharyas, some of the acharyas, when they are describing a pastime, they may not explain in that detail. That detail is not found in many acharyas, but this is unique in Krishna book. Especially, I think, killing of Kuvalaya Pida, that Krishna dragged the elephant for some feet or some other distance. So one of Srila Prabhupada's disciple was telling that, these are like maybe commentaries, or like how a cricket commentary, somebody is a person is watching the cricket and then he's giving a commentary, and some of the descriptions of in Srila Prabhupada's books are like that. This is not from me, from one of Srila Prabhupada's disciples. I forget who was that. Maybe I'll recollect and tell. So yeah, and we know this famous pastime that he asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj and then Bhagavad Goswami, can you recite the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam? And both of them are looking at each other and thinking that, he's going to say, and then the other one is saying that he's going to say, but both of them are not able to say. Then he said this, that do you think I write the books? Then they were telling that we don't want to venture out answering to this question. Again, he asked, do you think I write these books? Then he said that, I do not write these books. Every morning when I sit here to write my books, Krishna comes personally and dictates to me what to write. I simply take dictation from Krishna to write these books. Therefore, when I read them, even I learn something. So Shrutakirti Prabhu also shares that it's when he gets a little time, he asks him, take the book from the bookshelf and start reading. And for hours together, Srila Prabhupada can close his eyes and completely be absorbed in listening to the books. So he's saying, I read my books every day because even I learn something new when I read my books. These are not my books. So that is the power. And Krishna has chosen Srila Prabhupada to do that. Then we can imagine what is the position of Srila Prabhupada and how dear he is to the Lord. Krishna Prestaya Bhutale. Okay. So we are going to divide ourselves into 3 groups and just a 5-minute brainstorm. So group 1 would be doing about frequency of reading books. How often do you think we should read the books? And what is the practical frequency that you suggest, or many of the group members can discuss? The topic is frequency of reading books. Group 2 can discuss methods. Methods is answering who, what, when, where, how, and why. So why we should read, how we should read, the different kinds of methods. Each one of you may be following, you have some methods, so you can share that. And then the group 3 will be discussing about the mood. What should be the mood while we are reading Srila Prabhupada's books? So, Mataji, can we divide into 3 rooms, or maybe 2 rooms apart from the main room?
Yeah, 2 rooms, Mataji. I'm just checking maybe equal or not. Everybody is in equal. I'm just seeing 8. Just give me a minute, Mataji. Make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, Mataji, we are equal. I'm opening it.
Yeah, we will do for like 7 minutes.
Yeah. Please click on join so that you can go to the breakout. Yeah, I don't know. Not everybody's moving.
Oh, should we then just do it here only?
Yeah, Mataji. Because,
okay.
Because now they are moving, Mataji. Now they are moving. 14, it should be like at least 8 people only here. I did 8. Okay. Yeah. Neetu Mataji did not join. Shobha Mataji did not join. Prahlad is the extra device, right, Mataji? Yours?
Oh, yeah.
Vasundhara Mataji, can you click join? Flavier Mataji, Amrita, Radhika. Flavier Mataji also did not join. You have to click on join and go to the other room. Okay. Anyway, that's okay, Mataji. We have only 11 here. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So group 2, we are group 1 here, right? In the main.
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah.
So we will be discussing frequency, and group 2 will be discussing the methods, and group 3 will be the mood.
Okay, let me go there and tell Mataji, or you will go to the other rooms?
Yeah, I'll go and tell.
So we are discussing what, Mataji? We are discussing
frequency
of reading books. Okay, yeah, Mataji. Yeah. You can go to both the rooms and announce, Mataji. Is that okay to announce in both the rooms what they have to do? Okay, I think Mataji has already moved to the other room. Okay, so the first we are doing is frequency of reading Srila Prabhupada books. So share your points about that, please, one after the other.
Mataji, frequency should be obviously every single day to read Srila Prabhupada's books. And yeah, every single day, at least for half an hour.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Yes. Yeah, I do agree. Frequency of reading of Srila Prabhupada is must. If someone cannot do that 30 minutes, at least 10 minutes, 5 minutes, but to read the book, open the book and read the book is must every single day. It's like how you get up and do your daily duties, doing your chanting or 16 rounds and doing Mangalarati. This is also in that. Open the book and read at least 5 minutes. That will, if you cannot spend 30 minutes, as Preeti Mataji said, which I should implement. That's why I'm stressing on that. Thank you, Mataji. And if anybody would like to add more points, please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. In that verse, Mataji, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Nishnashtapayishi of liberation, Nityam Bhagavata Sevam. It is said that not only every day, but every moment, we should associate with Bhagavat in the form of a book Bhagavat or a person Bhagavat. But Prabhupada in the purport emphasized that, okay, not every time Nityam, but at least once in a day, open my books and read it. And that reading should not be like a newspaper. It should be scrutinizingly where we make our self-notes so that we can refer whenever we need.
Thank you, Mataji. Making notes and reading it every minute, not like every day. I mean, in a day, one time. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Thank you for highlighting that one, Mataji. Is there anybody?
I think for frequency, we'll have only so much. For methods and other things, probably will be.
Yeah, they will have to, do little more. Yes, Mataji, so true. We can wait. We can wait until the other friends joins us. I don't know if what time I have to close the breakout. Another 2 minutes I will give and then close. Maybe she said 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So anybody wanted to share what time they read in every day in the morning books until other team members come? Someone want to share how what is their time to read a book every single day? Yeah. Shall I close the breakouts, Mataji?
Actually, Mataji, the room 2 were discussing methods, and room 1 were discussing frequency. So now only I told them that, they can discuss methods and mood. So we may have to give like 5 more minutes.
Sure, Mataji. Definitely. Yeah. Next time onwards, before even we divide, we can tell that. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So that no confusion is there.
Yes, Mataji, you are facilitating. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mataji, I was just asking if anybody wanted to share at what time they read, because I don't read book regularly. I'm struggling with that. I am right now reading it, but always there is a lot of breaks, falling down and getting up again. So I wanted to know what is your daytime, where you will, in a day, what time you select to read, so that I can try to implement some time like you guys do it.
Anyone wants to answer?
Preeti Mataji, you say Mataji.
Honestly, as much as possible throughout the day. That is the answer, because database is generally open. Yeah. I don't. For me, because of my situation, I don't have a fixed time. For me, it is from morning to evening. I just keep it always open. So there is something open all the time.
Wow, very nice, Mataji. You give so much of time. That is basically in which situation we are there. It's not at all matter how much eagerness we are in. We know how hard it is for you, but still you give so much of time. You have to have a working time, right? But still your tab is on. I don't do anything. My tab is never on Veda base. So that shows the eagerness. It is not about the situation. Sometimes we try to give. I'm talking about myself again. I say, okay, I'm busy. I have a daughter, I have to cook. Okay, this service is there, that service is there. I don't have time. But we need to make out the time actually. So always there is an excuse for me when it comes to read of a book. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing it. I'll also try to open and keep a tab open always. At least that way it will help me to read. Thank you, Mataji.
Also, Mataji, that I am like enthusiastic or something like that. It's also something like taking up some commitment. If you have a commitment to give a class or something, you have to study. You don't have a choice, right? So like that, and it depends on our commitment that we take up. Honestly, it's not an enthusiasm.
So true, Mataji. Giving class will definitely help. That is so true. Because that's when we'll open the book. Otherwise, it's very difficult.
Especially your class, Sunita Mataji, it was awesome. And especially, I was reading the transcript of it. Oh my God, Zoom has done a really good job.
Yeah, very nice future of Zoom, Mataji. It is helping us in all ways. Thank you to Zoom.
Zoom even captured the way she had laid out her class, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was reading, I said, wow, this is such a wonderful, like Vinita said this, and then she emphasized on this.
Yeah, Mataji. Zoom is doing
So
wonderful.
Zoom also liked your class, Mataji.
Because after when I'm reading the other summaries, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, even I was not getting. Previously also she shared somebody's and I was not getting. But Vinita's summary, wow, it was very nice. Very nice.
Also, it was like all over the place, but Vinita's class was like perfect.
Yeah, it depends upon the speaker also. The Zoom has to capture the mood.
Yeah, mood and the voice frequency.
Maybe the voice, yeah.
Voice frequency.
Definitely
how
not
fast
the mood.
we are speaking, how
Yeah.
slow we are speaking. It depends upon that, I think. Yeah.
And for
And
some,
accent also.
some classes, it didn't recognize the language also. It says the speaker did not speak. Really? And one more thing, what happened? Yeah, it was able to say that she was very confident and enthusiastic about that, right? It was capturing her the way she was presenting.
I really like that word. It was emotional, right? It was that word, yeah. It captured my feeling also. That was really good.
See, now Zoom knows you better.
I know.
Mataji, I'm all the time on Zoom, Mataji. Why will it not know me?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. So sorry, I got logged off. And can you make me co-host?
Mataji, I will give you co-host. Can I close the breakout room of the others, Mataji?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think they are coming, Mataji.
Okay, so when everyone is here, each one from that group can summarize what was the points that was discussed.
Okay, our main room, Vinita will summarize.
Room 1, we're discussing about methods, and room 2, the mood. So they can, one devotee can summarize.
Okay, main room, Vinita Mataji, you have to
Yeah,
unmute.
yeah, you can start.
Shall I start, Mataji? Okay. I'm waiting if others did not join. 27 or some. Yeah, now 23. Let me check. If everybody is there. Yeah, I think everybody came back. Yeah, okay. So for the frequency in reading, yes, it is must. We all need to be reading frequently Srila Prabhupada books. That too every day 30 minutes minimum. If not, I was emphasizing on at least 5 minutes they can read, and not only just read, make a note of reading, a systematical reading, understand, and what you have understand, if you can make a note, that would be great. Not 30 minutes of reading. Nityam Bhagavata Seva, every minute we have to read. That should be our mood when we are reading Srila Prabhupada books.
Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much. So at least 30 minutes, or if not, at least before going to bed, at least 5 minutes, right? That's nice. Okay. Room 1, devotees, you were discussing about the methods. So if you can share. Anybody from room 1?
Yeah, Mataji. So we said, we have to do this one every day, at least 15 minutes or half an hour in a group, there is an app called Be a Sage Page by Page. So one of the Matajis recommended that, where we can note down how many pages are there in a book, and how many pages we read every day. So that app will tell us how many pages are left, and how much more time we would need to finish that book if we read at a particular pace. And especially when we are spread out and at our homes, forming a smaller groups and reading sessions, and also summarizing after every reading session would certainly help. And then we said, we also had a quick discussion about where, in front of deities, or at a table. So basically, as long as we are reading attentively, it does not matter where we are doing it. Those were the 3 points that we discussed, Mataji. Anybody else want to add from the room one?
Prabhuji, to adding your point, like we did discuss about, like we can make a bedtime routine before going to bed, like last 15 minutes, like we can read, or we can also make a practice that in the beginning of the day we may read one verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, and in the evening like one verse from Bhagavad Gita. Those are the points we discussed, Mataji. Thank you.
Wonderful, Mataji. These are all very valid points. If I'm just writing, if someone can, take the notes and send it to all of us, we can take a printout and keep and follow this. Thank you so much. And anybody from room 2? Who was in room 2?
Vasundhara Mataji was there, I think, Mataji.
Vasundhara Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I suppose one Prabhu, I think Srinivas Prabhu was collating the notes.
Okay.
My bad. I'm sorry. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know the number, but we discussed about the Hare Krishna to everyone. So our group discussed about the moods. How do we read the books of Srila Prabhupada? So one thing is in a humble mood. So we should start with a humble mood and pray to Krishna, so that we can get the understanding of it. And we should be always enthusiastic in reading the books, and also consider that as a service to our to Krishna when we do it. So that's different methods which are moods which one should read Bhagavata, the Prabhupada books every day. We also discussed, like, at least every day we should read maybe half an hour, and group reading is more effective. Also in a group it is more effective.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. That was very nice. Like humble mood, the prayer to understand, and this is a service, and we read in a group. So that's wonderful. Did we miss out any other points that was discussed in any of the groups? Okay, so we'll see further.
Sorry, Mataji, Dandot Pranams. Can I interrupt? Would you mind?
Yes, please.
Yes, we speak so much about reading, the time, the discipline, etc. I suppose all reading is fine. The important aspect of application, because Srila Prabhupada always impresses on jnana and vijnana. So jnana means accumulating the knowledge, understanding the knowledge. Vijnana, application of the knowledge that we understand. which is very, very important because he connects through so many examples, practical analogies, etc., basically to help us kind of, apply in our day-to-day lives. So that's what it makes all the more, what do you call, the importance of reading and application thereon in our daily lives, Mataji. This is something I wanted to say. So sorry to interrupt. Please excuse my agyan. Hare Krishna.
No, thanks for interrupting and telling the very, very valuable point about application, right? Because these books are application oriented. Unless we apply, this will look dry and repetitive. Because when we read, we can ponder and think about it and also see how much of it we have applied and how much more to go. Thank you, Mataji. That's a very valid point. So these are some of the quotes from various books and letters and room conversations from Srila Prabhupada, what he himself has said about frequency of reading books. Maybe we can take turns to read each box. Anyone would like to read the first one?
Okay, I'll go ahead, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Again and again, in my books, the philosophy of Krishna consciousness is explained fully. So if there is anything which you do not understand, then you simply have to read again and again. Always read Bhagavata repeatedly whole life. Safe, always, always. Whenever there is time, read.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. So how is it that, like, for example, if we have other books like math or physics or something else and we don't understand, can we understand by reading again and again beyond a point? And how does it work with Srila Prabhupada's books?
So academic books, it's very difficult. If you read again and again also, you may not able to understand completely. It's going to be, you're going to struck at one point, unless you are guided with your teacher or someone else. But Srila Prabhupada books, whenever you read first time, you may not get it, but when you read, you will get, because this is a service to Krishna and the Guru. When you read again and again, Guru and Krishna, they give the blessing. With the blessings, we get the understanding, we get more clarity. So that happened to me also many times. When I read first time, I sometimes it goes over the head. But when I do that again and again, slowly I get the understanding.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Right? There is something that means we are getting more deeper, more closer to the Lord when we read the second time and the third time and the fourth time and again, endless loop. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, anyone would like to read the next box here?
Shall I, Mataji?
Yes, go ahead.
Constantly, as long as you are reading, the sun is unable to take your life. It is not possible for the sun to take your life. So if you constantly read, then where is the opportunity of suns taking your life continuously? If you want to perform sacrifice so continuously, read your Vedic scriptures and perform the Vaikuntha Yajna as much as possible. Continue to chant all your rounds daily and read our magazines and books as much as possible. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. This was also discussed in one of the groups, constantly, continuously, as much as possible. That's nice. Yeah. Anybody else?
Mataji, this scriptures and all, no? This reading is books itself is enough. As far as I'm concerned, this reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, that itself is enough. We won't have this Janma will not be sufficient to read this books. I was thinking that as I am reading these books and all, this Janma won't be sufficient to read and understand and this thing. Thank you, Mataji.
That's true, Mataji. Thank you. In fact, Radheshyam Prabhu said in a recent, I don't know whether it was recent or I recorded lecture or live. So he and Gauranga Prabhu, they were discussing that some verses in Bhagavatam, when they read, they felt like they did not read it for the first time. I mean, those are the verses they are reading for the first time. But when the first time they read only, they didn't feel like they didn't know the verse. So that makes sense, right? Repeatedly, life after life, it continues. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. Anybody else? We can take turns and read each box.
Hi, Krishna Mataji. Regularly, all these books
I'll do
should be
Mataji.
regularly read repeatedly. Every one of you should read this nectar of devotion repeatedly. Repeatedly, whole life. Read Bhagavata repeatedly the whole life.
That's very nice. Yeah. Okay. So anyone else?
One
Or
more, Mataji was unmuting herself when she wants to read. It starts
Can
with
I
her
go ahead, Mataji?
Sangavi. Sangavi? Is that correct pronunciation? Yeah, please read,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Sangavi.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavad pranams.
Nanot pranams.
As soon as you get, thank you, Mataji. As soon as you get time, as soon as you get time, read. I do that. I do that. Whenever there is time, always, whenever there is time, read, read, read. Daily. I advise you to daily read our books as far as possible. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Maybe you can continue one more box.
Okay, Mataji. At least 1 hour daily. If you chant daily 16 rounds and read at least 1 hour daily Srimad Bhagavatam, you will feel yourself become 1 or 2 hours daily. Read our books very diligently, at least 1 or 2 hours daily, and try to understand the subject matter from varieties of angles. At least 3 hours daily. They must study my books at least 3 hours a day.
Thank you. So anyone else would like to read also?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Reading 24 hours, devotees should read, speak, and hear Srimad Bhagavatam persistently, 24 hours daily if possible. Throughout the day, as much as possible, especially you must encourage the students to read our books throughout the day as much as possible.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Oh, sorry. Please go ahead, Mataji. May I then?
Yes, yes, please, Mataji.
Once, twice, thrice. So every one of you read this nectar of devotion once, twice, thrice, one after another. It should be gone through chapter by chapter, one after another. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Anybody else?
More and more, I recommend you to read books more and more and try to understand the subject matter over and over again. You should read our own books over and over again. And as far as possible, do not try to enter into controversy. Hare Krishna.
In small installments, the only qualification one needs to study this great book of transcendental knowledge is to proceed step by step, cautiously, and not jump forward haphazardly like with an ordinary book.
Yeah. Thank you, all devotees. So we see how much ever we read to satisfy Srila Prabhupada's standards, we can always keep improving how we read, the quality read, and also the time and how we ponder upon and apply, right? So yeah, this is what he has spoken.
Sorry for interrupting. Sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Mataji, but the reading should be Shraddha, Mataji. With Shraddha, Shraddha means with பயபக்தின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க தமிழ்ல. பயபக்தியோட கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி if we read means that is up. That's all, Mataji. We can the interest will come again and again.
Very
you,
true.
Mataji.
Thank you for that valuable point. In fact, Vrinda Mataji, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, she's one of the GBCs in Canada. So she gave a class, a Sunday feast class in ISKCON Toronto, and she's explained only the first paragraph of the purport of the first shloka in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. So she went over the first paragraph only. And there she read and said that how scrutinizingly we have to read, how we have to read, why we have to read, all these things Srila Prabhupada had mentioned. So thank you for that point, Mataji. So since we are running out of time, we can ask one devotee to read through this whole slide. If anyone can volunteer.
As it is spoken by Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita rightly, as it is spoken by Krishna, not foolishly interpreting nonsensically, but as it is, adeptly. I wish that all my students can become as adept at presenting the information in their books like this, attentively. I hope you will read our books attentively, carefully. All leaders should study my books very carefully, critically. You should study very scrutinizingly, critically, deeply. If you continue to read our books very carefully and try to understand our philosophy very deeply, that is nice. Devotedly. All scholars are studying the scripture and studying very devotedly, diligently. They should read our books very diligently, expertly. They must be expertly reading, not as a bookworm. Faithfully. As soon as he begins to read Krishna book with a little faith and adherence, Krishna will be very much pleased. Nicely. If we read chapter after chapter very nicely, then we come gradually to the perfection of knowledge. Penetratingly, classes and personal study should be undertaken penetratingly, persistently. Devotees should read, speak, and hear Srimad Bhagavatam persistently 24 hours a day if possible. Philosophically, you can scientifically and philosophically study. Profoundly, we should become habituated to the book more profoundly, profusely. So read books profusely and learn the problems of life and the solution to life. Everything is there. Read it. Seriously. The people who are reading Krishna book very seriously and tries to understand Krishna, he will understand. Submissively. Unless one reads the Bhagavad Gita in a submissive spirit, it is very difficult to understand the Bhagavad Gita. Thoughtfully, I request you to thoughtfully study all of our literatures very thoroughly with adherence. As soon as he begins reading Krishna book with a little faith and adherence, Krishna will be very much pleased. Intensely, please study my books intensely with due care. If you are more serious about Krishna consciousness, then you should not only read our books and literatures with due care, but also, if possible, you should come here and live with me for some time.
How many of us would like to take this offer? Live with Srila Prabhupada. Yes, that's so wonderful. So, I mean, he has said so nicely with all adjectives, and these are all various places that he's writing to letters to his disciples and also room conversations. We can see with like Mataji, Karpagavali Mataji shared, the mood is also very important, attentively, like how Krishna is served, right? Chintamani Prakarasadmashu Kalpa Vriksha Lakshavrateshu Surabhi Rabipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam. With great respect, the Lord is served by thousands of Lakshmis. So that mood he is bringing out here. Okay, so this is the last one. If anyone can volunteer, we can also savor some nectar from this. Rati Pradama. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought someone raised hand, but yeah, if anyone wants to.
Srinivas Balaji Prabhu.
Yes. Please,
okay.
Prabhu.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, from all angles of vision, we have to study from all angles of vision, not simply by sentiment. From different lights of direction, try to always study our books and see our philosophy from different lights of direction. And minutely, We discuss the subject matter very minutely and inspect it from the angles of approach and savor the new understanding. Inspecting the subject matter from all angles of approach and savoring the new understanding. We discuss the subject matter very minutely and inspect it from all angles of approach and savor the new understanding. So with the cooperation of your God brothers and sisters, study our literatures with the cooperation of your God brothers and sisters, and any questions you may have may be submitted for answering. From every point of view, you must encourage the students to read our books throughout the day as much as possible and give them all good advice how to understand the books and inspire them to study the things from every point of view. From varieties of angles, they should read our books very diligently, at least 1 or 2 hours daily, and try to understand the subject matter from varieties of angles. To understand the subject matter from different angles of vision, they should read our books very diligently, at least 1 or 2 hours daily, and try to understand the subject matter from varieties of angles. By discussing among the devotees, try to understand this philosophy of Krishna consciousness by reading our books and literatures, discussing among us the devotees, and scientifically. By reading and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam as a scientific presentation, the conditioned souls will gradually be promoted to the higher status of transcendental knowledge after being freed from illusory energy based on sense enjoyment. Step by step, cautiously. The only qualification one needs to study this great book of transcendental knowledge is to proceed step by step cautiously and not jump forward haphazardly like with an ordinary book. With the help of your senior God brothers and sisters, try to learn our philosophy very nicely with the help of your elder God brothers and sisters in an association of devotees. One should also read and hear the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of devotees. With the help of other devotees, study our literatures with the help of other devotees. Scrutinizingly, Srimad Bhagavatam you should study very scrutinizingly, critically, thoroughly. I request you thoroughly to study all of our literatures very thoughtfully.
Haribo. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, how, Prabhupada doesn't want us to be like goats nibbling the top of the grass. It's repeatedly asking us to critically study, to scrutinizingly, to see, even when we read one line, we can think and see, is it true? What does it mean? And analyze from all the angles. Amazing advice for this. So after all this, I think we would not be telling this because we get so much from reading the books, and there was so much discussion also with the group discussion with different points. So by reading Srila Prabhupada's books, Krishna Consciousness becomes palatable, and it becomes renewed like Nava Yavana every single day. So thank you all very much, devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada books ki jai. Hare Krishna. So if anyone wants to share anything.
Mataji, can you go to the previous slide? I missed reading completely.
Yes. This one?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. We're not reading Srila Prabhupada books. Okay.
Okay. This was already covered the last week. So we had a group discussion, and then we came out the various reasons why we don't read, and then we can come up with solutions for that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Okay, devotees, if
Mataji,
anybody.
excellently you described and you told everything, Mataji. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do anything. This is all in Srila Prabhupada's books, and it was from a presentation. So I just shared it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, any other points to discuss?
Just one,
Srinivas,
I want to just say one thing. I also heard from other God brothers and sisters. They say there's an English proverb which says, "Apple a day keeps a doctor away." But in our language, spiritual word, it says, "Sloka a day keeps shokas away."
Oh wow!
So it's
Haribol, wonderful, Prabhuji. Haribol.
Wonderful.
Haribol.
I thought to share with all. So it's thank you for giving opportunity.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mataji, for it's always nectar to hear from you. So thanks for sparing.
Same here, Prabhuji. Same here with all the devotees. Wonderful to see, so many people sharing their realizations. It's very, very profound and very inspiring.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Is there anybody having any more realizations or questions to Mataji?
Mataji, can you share these slides?
Yeah, I'll share. I already shared with Vinita Mataji.
Yeah, I will share the PDF I'm going to share. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mataji.
in the group you will put?
Yes, Mataji. I'll put in the group.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so I haven't, I cannot say that I have read the scriptures many times. That means I need to at least say that, I can remember one thing, that Hanumat Preshak Maharaj, I know many of you know here of Maharaj, he spends at least 6 to 7 hours a day reading. And he also said that Srila Prabhupada told him to read a book at least a minimum of 7 times to start understanding something. So Maharaj shared this in the class. Yeah.
So Chinmay Vrajapriya Mataji is saying thank you, Mataji, for wonderful presentation. Thank you for giving
yeah.
Srila
And she came, only by reading Srila Prabhupada's books, asking questions. And very nicely, like how Srila Prabhupada said, scrutinizingly and critically studying. And thank you, Mataji. Because of that, we are hearing wonderful classes from you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. The first set, Lilamrita, you gave me, and you have given me so many small books, which I would read here, there, grocery store, son's classes, everywhere. And that's how you pulled me into this glorious movement and took me under Srila Prabhupada's shelter. Thank you so much, Mataji.
We distribute, all of us distribute books, but who's that person who takes it so seriously to read Isopanishad, Nectar of Instruction? I remember you called once and asked me about Isopanishad, and in this particular verse and purport, why is he saying that? So, it's up to you. You took every book seriously, you read it thoroughly, and so you are here. So Srila Prabhupada pulled you. Haribol.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much for this wonderful class and association today, Mataji. I am really indebted and blessed by Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Actually, Srila Prabhupada had saved me from wasting one more lifetime. Also, this wonderful human form of life, and he's blessed me with such wonderful devotees, Mataji. So yes, I don't know my destiny, means my destination, if I will go back to God in this very birth. But then I've at least started this one. So I'm really happy and glad and indebted and blessed to be in wonderful devotees association like you, Mataji. Thank you very much for everything, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.
Same here, Mataji. I'm blessed to be in wonderful association like you, and all of you joined together for regularly reading in spite of you working, coming home, and you have rounds to chant and so many services to do, but still you managed to join the calls and read. Yeah, that way very inspired. Okay, so we can close, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Lalitangi Mataji. A very, very good class.
Yeah, special thanks to you, Mataji, for engaging me, giving me everything required to do this. And thank you, Mataji.
And thank you all your devotees for joining us and giving us a very well.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandat.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat
Hare
pranam, Mataji.
Krishna.
Krishna.
If there are no other questions, comments, or realizations, we can end the call here.
Vanchakalpatarubhascha
Pavnebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
Namo
Namaha.
Namaha.
Jai.
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 Jai. All glory.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. Closing the call for today. Is that correct? Are we closing?
Yes.
Yeah, because maintenance